Good morning, friends. Welcome back to Astrology Today. My name is Melrose and I'm here to share your daily aspects. Hopefully you have been getting well into the mode of creative decrease as the moon is waning. Today is the third quarter moon, so it's the halfway point between the full moon and the new moon. And this is when we shift gears from thinking about what we'd like to let go to actually acting to release it. So yeah, let's get into these aspects. Today is Wednesday, November 16, 2022. Sun and Mercury are together in the land of Scorpio for the last time this year. Mercury will make ingress to Sagittarius tomorrow. The Sun is one part of this big shape on the page that we call a grand cross. We see how these two oppositions, which is Sun versus Uranus, Moon versus Saturn, are hemmed in by square aspects connecting all four planets. Much like yesterday, this can bring a real sense of restriction or pressure to certain parts of our lives, especially where it concerns our sense of stability versus our desire for change. The pressure can make us inclined to be rigid, but this is not a test of strength. Rather, it is about flexibility, as in, are we agile enough to do what it takes to balance that desire for stability with the inevitable changes we encounter? At this time, it is better to bend than to break. The third quarter moon is here in Leo. This is the pivot point in the waning moon part of our creative cycle. This is where we stop reflecting and considering what needs to be purged from our lives, and we start acting to remove the stuff we know has to go. This applies to stuff and things, yes, but it also applies to thoughts, ideas, attitudes, and dispositions that may have worked for us in the past, but now only seem to get in the way. Fixed water and fixed fire, friends. Opposites are often seen as mutually destructive, even sort of like when we use water to douse a fire, but there is a complementary relationship here as well. If we build a fire under a kettle of water, we can use the heat from the fire and the heated up water to our benefit in many different ways. I encourage you to look for ways to take positive advantage of this pairing. Intuition and initiative, power and pride. Today we take the aspects as they arise, and we'll start with the aspects on the Sun side of the page where we shine when we are out in the world and what kind of experiences we have there. At 7:27 this morning, Central Standard Time, friends, Sun goes square to the moon, Leo in Cancer. This aspect indicates the half-lit third quarter moon and a turning point on our path of creative decrease. This is where we stop thinking about what it's time to release and begin acting on it. Also, that when we reach the new moon in Sagittarius next Wednesday, we'll have a nice clean slate from which to begin again in the mode of creative increase. And then at 9:43 this morning, Mercury perfects its trine to Jupiter. Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius. Jupiter expands everything it touches, and Mercury reflects what's going on in our heads. So we are now being opened up to fresh ideas, perspectives, and ways of moving forward that we may not have discovered before. When it comes to our plans, Jupiter says, go big or go home. On the moon side of the page, we consider how it feels to be us and who we are when we're at home among the people we keep close. The void of course moon goes square to Mercury tonight at 5:55. Gemini, Cancer, and Virgo, our emotions can't interfere in our ability to exercise good judgment at this time. On the other hand, it's a great time to catch up with an old friend or a family member. Our void, of course, today lasts 1 hour. This period of time when the moon is essentially between sign influences is good for reflection, meditation, journaling, whatever helps you calm the mind and focus the intent. Then at 7:03 p.m., moon makes ingress to Virgo, and we begin to digest and assess our emotional and intuitive state of being, bringing compassion and a desire to put things in order in our physical realms as well. Coming up tomorrow, Mercury makes ingress to Sagittarius, bringing our minds to focus more on adventurous and expanded ways of being in the world. This Friday, we will discuss the Sun's sextile to Pluto and the opportunity that arises to share deeply with others. And the new moon in Sagittarius next Wednesday will grant us a time to relax, retreat, and live in the moment as we shift gears again on our creative path. And that's it for today's astrology, friends. Thank you for tuning in. For the second half of this vlog, where we seek further insight from Tarot, please check out my other channel, Astrology Today and Tarot with Melrose. The link is in the description. I appreciate you all so much for being here. My love and gratitude go out to each and every one of you. And I will see you all back here tomorrow for more Astrology Today.